Hi guys, I hope you can see me, you can hear me. This is Alisa from Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page and YouTube channel. And today I'm doing another collective reading, general reading for the collective, right? So this video is gonna last 15 to 20 minutes, so not very long. And what we're gonna do today, or what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna do a short reading as always from a tarot deck, and I'm gonna use one of my divination tools that I've created myself. So I have this lovely container in the form of a star, and I created different slips of paper with usually one word information. And so these slips of paper are going to help us either see, further what energy the upcoming week is going to have, or some kind of advice, maybe, if we need any. All right, so here we go, guys. So first of all, let me look at my plan. Yes, so first of all, let's very quickly recap previous week, because so if you have watched the previous, or if you watched the previous video that I did, it was also a collective reading, right? I do these collective readings every Monday evening, and so let's discuss last week. For me personally, because each time I do this collective reading, obviously I also look at my own life and I check whether the reading was accurate for me personally or not, because that since it's a collective reading, you cannot expect it to be 100% accurate for every single human on the planet, right? So I always check, and so I must admit, last week actually the reading was so accurate that I was really surprised, to be honest. It was literally, it felt like my life went literally exactly according to that reading. So I remember that we had the Ace of Cups, then we had Major Arcana card, the Moon, and then we had the Ace of Wands. And so that's exactly what things looked like last week for me. So it's like at the beginning, I kind of, I generally felt rather in a positive mood, in this like loving energy, so to say. But then there was this moment when I had like some kind of crisis, right? Because the Moon card was talking about that. And then eventually, after some kind of effort, I was able to overcome it, and I started actually doing something. So there was like a certain shift, because the Ace of Wands was about movement, right, and action, and it literally happened to me that I was able to harness that energy and shift it and manage it in such a way that things actually went way better for me after that crisis. So on the overall, I was pretty happy, I must admit. And what else? I also mentioned that because there were a lot of like blue color appearing in that reading last week, and so I mentioned that it probably had something to do with our throat chakra, right? Because our throat chakra is blue. And that also found its way to manifest in my life last week, because I was definitely practicing, using my throat chakra more. And I got back to singing again. I love singing in general, but it's like I suddenly had this wave that I wanted to sing again. So definitely, that was definitely exactly as the reading said. What else? Let me see. Generally, these are the things. I do remember that I used 3 more divination tools then, and I must admit, all other tips that those other divination tools mentioned, they also came true for me. So I don't know how it happened, but the reading was literally 100% perfect for me. Do let me know how it was for you. I'm very curious always, so please, write down in the comments how you experienced last week, because it's, always interesting. I did get one feedback so far, and I learned that for this one person, the reading didn't come true, so to say. But guys, first of all, don't be discouraged, but secondly, be aware that this is normal, because these are general readings for the collective. So of course, if you want to have a personal reading, this is a completely different situation. So then you can contact me at Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page, and then you can sign up for a personal reading. Then you have a specifically tailor-made reading for you, right? I mean, tailor-made in terms of reading that reads specifically your energy, right? But the collective readings, they are kind of general. But still, even in general readings, things, let's say, can be pretty accurate. So I still encourage you to keep watching, to stay tuned, and do let me know how it goes for you. All right, so this is when it comes to the reading. Now, one more thing, when it comes to Mercury retrograde, let's discuss that. So, again, if you watched my last video, you probably saw that I devoted about 20 minutes of time out of that reading to discussing Mercury retrograde. And I must admit, it's really funny, but somehow this Mercury retrograde really also showed up in my life exactly according to all the rules, so to say. So it's like, if you just take, like a usual textbook which talks about Mercury retrograde and what signs there are of this period of time, I literally had everything. Like, I made a list, actually. Get this, guys. So first of all, people might appear, people from the past might appear in your life. This happened for me, and also I contacted people from the past as well. You might experience problems with electronic equipment. This happened for me 100%. Somebody was trying to contact me, and their text messages never reached me. Who knows why? Then we have, oh yeah, so giving away or selling, so giving away for charity, for example, or selling some used things that you no longer need or use. I did that, so that was also 100% correct for me. Also, you might kind of go back to some old ideas, old passions, old hobbies, things like that. That also happened for me. So like I said, I had this, again, wave of willingness to sing, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I have to get back to this hobby of mine. So definitely rekindling the past hobby. Then we have difficulties in communication. Definitely happened. So absolutely, yes, I would say this also came true. So do let me know also about that. I'm very curious how it was for you, because I feel like last week for me was so typical according to all the expectations, all the readings, all the prophecies, so to say. So I don't know why it was so strange. But anyway, so this is it for the introduction and explanation of things. So let's see how this week is going to go. When I say this week, I mean from Tuesday, the 2nd of February, until next Monday evening, which is, I believe, let me see once again, which is the 8th. Yes, the 8th of February. All right. So let's look at that. What we can expect this week for the collective, right? Okay. right, guys. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Very good. All right. Let's look at this. So, first of all, back of the deck energy here is the Eight of Wands. This is what we're experiencing right now, right? This is what's happening. This is a very nice card. This is the card of progress, of action, of things happening. So even though we are having a Mercury retrograde, clearly things are still happening for us right now. Personally, for me, again, I always give my own examples, you know, or examples from my own life. I would say it is true. Today I had a very, very intense and active day, and I was doing a lot of things. So I felt like things were progressing. Oh, one more thing, guys, I forgot to tell you. Speaking of Mercury retrograde, you can also use this time to repair different things in the house, for example. And that also came true for me. So it's like I literally had everything. And so that was like one of my things on the list, you know, on the to-do list today. So definitely things are moving. Even if they might seem to be moving kind of slower than usual, still it seems like you're moving forward. So there is no feeling of stagnation, actually. All right, now for this upcoming week, these are the energies. So we have, okay, Three of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and then we have Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. Now, Three of Pentacles. I feel like there might be a situation in which we might want to ask for second opinion or make a questionnaire and ask people, you know, for their opinions, for their feedback. Or we might want to consult somebody on something. Like we're not 100% sure about some idea or something that we want, that we clearly want to do, that we clearly want to move forward with, right? And so we're kind of looking for second and third and fourth and billionth opinions to, you know, to see if our thoughts make any sense and to get some kind of feedback. And we do get some kind of consultation, some kind of advice, some kind of help, definitely. Then we have the Two of Wands, which actually still kind of means that a person has a dilemma. You know, it's like, should I do this or should I do that? So, okay, let's first discuss this, yes. So it feels like, for example, somebody does give their opinion on something that you were asking about, right? But then you still need to verify and you need to decide, do you want to take this opinion or not? Do you want to take this advice or not? Do you want to listen to somebody else's ideas or do you want to stick to your own, you know, I don't know, ideas, intuition, feeling, whatever. So there is clearly this like, what should I do? There is also what I'm feeling from this card for the collective again, right? It's not for everyone, it's a general thing, is that some of us might be thinking of going abroad. And I know that at the moment it's very difficult to travel, so it's kind of tricky, right? But there is this feeling of like planning maybe some future trips or checking some possibilities of traveling or just wondering or wanting to connect with somebody from abroad. There is this feeling of, you know, like you're looking from, or we're looking from the distance, and we're wondering how it is on the other side of the planet. So there could be also this message for some of people, right, watching. It could be also, you know, like wondering, like, should I travel? Should I not travel? For example, you know, in the current atmosphere that we have, like for example, should I take a test and travel abroad and spend 2 weeks in quarantine, or should I stay at home, or when will this quarantine end? Things like that, you know. And finally, the last card here is the Hierophant. And this, to me, especially here in this reading, clearly is the card of taking a decision, like taking your power back and making a very strong and very clear, decisive decision. It's like, so for example, let's say you want to start some kind of project, right? So maybe you make a poll. You ask people, right? You create a questionnaire or you make a poll and people vote if you should do this project this way or that way or whatever other way. Then you're like, okay, let me now verify the answers that I got with my intuition and with how I feel personally, right? And then you do this verification and you make the decision, right? It's very clear. So there is no hesitation here. I feel like you feel very strong with your decision and you're like, okay, this is the correct way. Or maybe you're wondering, like, should I travel somewhere or not? Maybe you ask other people, for example, if somebody already traveled somewhere, then you could be like, okay, so how was your experience with traveling in the current atmosphere? Was it easy? Was it difficult? How was the testing? Did you do the vaccination? Blah, blah, blah. Things like that. And then people, for example, give their opinions or tell you about their experience, right? And then again, you verify their opinions and their experience, their feedback with your personal feeling. And then, so you're wondering like, okay, should I go? Should I not go? Should I travel? Should I not travel? And then you make this clear decision, okay, I'm doing this. This card, of course, doesn't tell you if you should travel or not, but it does say that you're going to be very clear on your opinion, right? So whatever you decide, you're not going to be doubting yourself. You're going to be like, okay, I just know. I have the clarity. So you will have very definite clarity on what to do, which is actually, I think, a very good thing considering Mercury retrograde, which usually creates distortions, right? And it's difficult to see things clearly because it's like we don't really see things clearly. But here, somehow, energy is pretty good, I would say, because like I say, so here things are still moving forward at the moment, right? And the upcoming week is still all about coming to clarity. So I would say this is very, very, very positive, very good reading. Now, guys, let's see our extra advice or extra information on the upcoming energy. I'm gonna pick, what do you say, 2 cards? I feel like 1 or 2. Maybe, let's see how many come out. Okay, let's see. Okay, 2. 2 it is. All right. Now, guys, I don't know how it happens, but it's the 3rd time that I've used this divination tool that I've created, and it's the 3rd time that I get this card. The 3rd or the 2nd, but I believe the 3rd. Guess what? It's happiness. I mean, clearly, this week we're gonna be experiencing absolute happiness. You know, probably happiness because we're here. We're able to take the decision and we feel very strong about it and we know that it's right. So we just, we feel in our power. We feel very confident. We feel like we know what we're doing and we know where to go further on, right? What direction to take. So there is no hesitation anymore. So we're just going to be happy. So clearly, this week is going to be full of happiness. Maybe also, you know what, because let's look once again here. The first card, this Three of Pentacles, right? As you remember, during Mercury retrograde, we have a chance to kind of go back to our kind of old friends and maybe relatives, I don't know, people that we know, people that we feel connected and close with. And so I also feel that this specifically can also bring us a lot of happiness, you know, like this just spending quality time with our loved ones, to who maybe we didn't have time. And we're going to be very happy. And probably they're going to be very happy too. Who knows? I hope so. All right. And one more card. And this one says, okay, let's see if you can see it, rest and relaxation. Now, rest and relaxation, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I feel it too. Especially today. It feels like a long day. I mean, look at that. Like I said, this is the current energy, right? And like today, my to-do list seemed pretty much endless. So these are like a lot of things to do. And by the end of the day, I felt like I really need to rest and relax. And I feel like this upcoming week might also make us feel like we need to put a little bit more effort and devote more time to our own, even, you know, like physical, but also emotional health, in terms of just resting, just giving ourselves some time to just do nothing, to just relax. Especially because this moment, right, this hesitation, but also even this, when you still ask people about their opinions and things like that, you know, it might be emotionally a little bit draining, because when we're hesitating, right, we feel like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And it's like it's taking energy. So this might be a little bit difficult. So because of that, we might need even more rest and relaxation. But to be honest, I feel like Mercury retrograde by itself kind of automatically creates enough resistance anyway. So we might just feel like we need some rest and relaxation just because of that already. So this is the reading, guys. This is it for today. I feel like, you know, short and simple is going to be good. So, but remember, of course, once again, that this is a collective reading, so it is going to be accurate for some people, but it might not be 100% accurate for other people, because it's just a general thing. So if you want, feel free to contact me regarding personal readings via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page. And yeah, so by the way, one of the examples that right now comes to my mind, I recently did a reading for somebody, and this person, so I predicted something, or I saw in the cards something about this person's situation at work. And I specifically remember this moment when I was reading it, and I told this person about this, and this person said, no, I don't think it's possible. This sounds very weird. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I said, all right, okay, if you think so, that's fine. But then I think 1 or 2 weeks passed, and this person literally called me and said, you were 100% right. How did you do it? All of a sudden at work, some situation happened, and everything that you predicted literally came true. So this is what I'm telling, or what I'm explaining to you about personal readings. Personal readings are way more accurate. So this is it. All right, guys. So these are our lovely energies, and we're going to be experiencing a happy week, and a week where we need to pay attention to our own rest and relaxation. Remember that if you're not sure about something, if you have some decision to take, by the end of the week, you should be able to take this decision and feel very confident about it. So thank you very much, guys, for today. I wish you a lovely, lovely evening. Oh, and one more thing, by the way, guys, the most important thing. I did decide to be a little bit, you know, a little bit more generous, so to say, because last week I was having a special offer on my personal readings. And they were supposed to last only until like right now, until this video, but I decided to extend it a little bit more, several more hours. So if you do want a personal reading with me, you can still contact me at Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page until 10 a.m. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, at whatever time zone you are, I can give you that, on Tuesday, the 2nd of February 2021. All right, guys. So, and according to this special offer, the reading, which would last up to 30 minutes, would be 25 pounds instead of 35, and the reading that would go up until 1 hour is going to be 45 pounds instead of 50 pounds. So feel free to contact me. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I wish you a really, really great, full of happiness, rest and relaxation week. You know, week full of confidence and luck and love. Thank you guys, and have a great evening. Bye.